Hello, this is Dave Nolan. I'm the Dreambuilder for Arizona Living. And today on 5 Minute Matters, we're going to discuss financing so that you can secure your dream home here in Arizona. The key to that is beginning with the pre-approval of your loan. And in order to get the detail concerning expertise and preparation, today we're going to speak with Mike Riley from VIP Mortgage. He'll explain some of the ins and outs, some of the do's and don'ts as it relates to pre-approval. Too often I see in real estate well-meaning buyers coming to town, but they don't have their financing lined up in advance. This creates a lot of emotion, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of wasted time. So take a look at the pre-approval process, the pre-qual process, and this will be a benefit to you no matter if you're buying in Portland, Los Angeles, or here in the Valley of the Sun. Let's talk to Mike now. Okay, I'm with Mike Riley with VIP Mortgage here in North Scottsdale, and the purpose of our conversation today is getting prepared to buy that dream home here in Arizona. And in order to do that, we need to have financing lined up. And the very basic at the beginning is finding a loan officer like yourself, Mike, that's customer oriented, able to communicate, and then work towards one of the most important documents early in the process is that pre-approval and pre-qual. What is a pre-qual? What is a pre-approval? And how does it work? And what can our listeners learn about being prepared before they meet with you?
Sure. Pre-qualification is that you're qualified for a mortgage based on the information stated during the initial discovery process. A pre-approval means we've gone steps further, we've verified all of the information, we've verified income, we've verified assets. Pre-qualification is what's needed for you as a realtor to be able to put your offer
We do.
in. And I want to make that as strong as possible. So we
okay.
get everything up front as much as possible.
And that regrettably, that doesn't happen as often as it should, and it really hurts and impedes the ability to get that home because of information that hasn't been gathered. So for the listeners that come in to make a mortgage application, what documents should they bring with them from the get-go?
The easiest thing, identification. We need photo identification, verification of income. However you get income, whether that's pay stubs, W-2s, we just need to be able to verify that you have a job and income coming in and where it's coming from, as well as assets that are going to be used within the transaction for your down payment.
Okay, so that would be good to bring that with you.
Right.
And so I hear you saying that the IOU or the inheritance from mom and dad promise probably is not going to cut it.
Not normally.
Okay, all right. So as we go down this process, what are the keys to developing a solid deal from the get-go with no surprises that passes underwriting so that we're getting close to closing date, our emotions are high, we're excited, and the deal falls out? How do we circumvent that from happening?
A lot of that is weighted on my shoulders to make sure that everything that I've gone through has verified and kind of checked off all of the bullet points. There's a lot of regulations in mortgage, so we have to be very careful to make sure. Be upfront with your loan officer. Make sure if you have a blemish that happened in the past, don't try and hide it, because we'll probably find it and that will make things blow up later.
And without revealing names and dates, what kind of blemishes have you seen that really impede a deal?
Forgot to tell me that you had a foreclosure 6 years
that's
ago.
big.
Bankruptcy. A lot of that will show up on your credit report anyway, but sometimes they know it won't show up, but they hope we won't find it, but we still do.
All right, so if I tell you that I have a 760 credit report and you find out it's 560, what happens then?
Well, we take some steps to see what we can do to get you back where we need you to be. That's one of the great things about working here and the vendors that we use to get information is we have the ability to say, okay, we can do some minor corrections here and get you where you need to be. I might not be able to get you all the way back up to 760, but I can certainly get you where we need you to be to get a mortgage.
Sounds good. One of the cool attributes that you mentioned with VIP is that your underwriters are in office, accessible to you. How important is that in the transaction?
It's huge to be able to actually pick up the phone, get a hold of someone, ask questions, and come to resolution should you come up with a hiccup in the middle of the process.
That's terrific. interest rates today and in the future? Any insight into that? Because I know that you're a Karnak.
It's, yeah. Let me hold the envelope up.
Yes.
Rates are fantastic right now. All across the board, we are in, if you have good credit or decent credit, we are in the threes. Sometimes you can get down into the twos, depending on what type of loan it is. They're just fantastic. This year, as you know, is
it's all over the place.
We're on Mr. Toad's wild ride. So anything could happen, but it's projected that they'll stay where they are right now with we're on a little kiddie roller coaster. You'll see a little bump up, but come back down.
All right, so the message I hear, and as you prepare to buy, just get the finances in line before you go out spending time looking at homes, because it does happen and excitement prevails, enthusiasm prevails, but you'd be surprised, Mike, of how many people that I take out that have good intention, but they really haven't focused on what they can afford, and that's the key to get your dream home here in Arizona. It's great to be with you today. This is Dave Nolan with 5 Minute Matters. I'm with Mike Riley with VIP Mortgage. His information will be available to you on this video. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me by messaging me on LinkedIn or on other social networks. Or, of course, we could go the old way, Mike, and just pick up the phone and call.
And call Dave.
It's great to be with you today. Have a wonderful time. Until next time, this is Dave Nolan and Mike Riley. Make it a good one.